What's up, guys?
What's up?
Welcome to the Smiths.
We're just going right in.
This is a very special video, and we put out videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and the last one was a house tour, and this one's a sit-down talk, so we have a lot to talk about, so that's why it's a little abnormal. But we're having a baby. Literally tomorrow.
When the little things mean everything, that's when you got everything you need. If you're anything like me.
We're having a baby. Literally tomorrow.
Less than 24 hours.
Maybe today.
Maybe today. I did wake up with contractions this morning, which I only had with River. So it was about 5 in the morning, and they were about 10 minutes apart. And Granger got up, and I was sitting in the closet, just like holding my stomach. He's like, "Are you okay?"
I was like, "Are you all right?" It was still dark outside. I was like, "Are you okay?" And she was just going, "Yes, contractions." The baby may come today, so I wanted to hurry up and get this video recorded and sent to Paul so that we could have it out for you guys. It's gonna be out tonight. So it's very rare that we film a Smiths episode the same day that it releases, just because I have to account for uploading and Paul editing. But I wanted this to be special because I wanted you to get our reaction at the real time that it's happening, because we're having a baby tomorrow. Baby number 4. And I wanted to kind of recap what this journey has been like. I've been telling my mom this is the most anticipated Smith baby in our family, and she's like, "Oh, no, Granger, every baby is anticipated." And I'm like, well, that's not really what I mean. What I mean is
the planning.
The planning started in December of 2019, right?
I mean, we had talked about having another baby in 2019. We kind of tabled it, but then the actual beginning start of it was December, January 2020? Because we began the journey January of 2020.
Yeah. So to me, this baby started, I just had this feeling, I had this feeling come upon me that our family wasn't complete yet. Biologically. It biologically was not complete yet. And that there was another little spirit. That's just what I felt. Could be nothing. But I told Amber, and she said, no.
At first, no.
No, she said, no, I don't. River was our last baby. And I said, I understand. I just wanted to tell you so that in case you thought it, you wouldn't feel guilty about telling me. So it wasn't much longer. It was just a few weeks later. I was camping with the kids. In fact, that episode I filmed on the Smiths. It's called Camping Yee style, farm style, or something like that. So it was that day, the day that episode, you could see it there. We were driving to breakfast the next morning. Lincoln was looking out of the window, and he said, "Daddy, does God make some of the trees and man make some of the trees?" And it's funny because he was looking into a cornfield with no trees, so I don't know why he was thinking about that. And I said, "Buddy," without thinking, I just said it. I said, "No, buddy, God makes all the trees. Sometimes man needs to plant the seeds." And I was confused at why I said it. It wasn't my words, so I was confused. And then that day I came home and Amber said, "I've been thinking about this baby," and I called the doctor, and she said that because her tubes are tied, that there was actually an opportunity to have a baby, but it would be through IVF. And she started crying, and she said, "But I don't see how we could play God in this scenario, because IVF is they take her egg and my sperm and they put them together in a test tube." And she said, "I just don't think we could play God like that." And then I started crying, and I said, God makes all the babies. Sometimes man needs to plant the seed. And then I knew that was a message that I needed to hear. That was a realization, a reality I needed to know. And that was really the beginning of Maverick.
Now he's making me cry.
And that's why, to me, it's the most anticipated baby, because it started so long ago.
It started so long
Not
ago.
because of the intensity of the anticipation, but because of the length of time. Because then, from then, we started that process. And then, as soon as they got the egg and the sperm and they put them together, boom, COVID hit.
Yeah.
Shut down the clinic. For the first time ever, the fertility clinic literally shut down. They called and said,
So that was March.
we're done. Like
March.
and I was like, all right, God, man, you have a really good way of telling me that we're not gonna have another baby.
That's what's funny, is because I kept saying, are you sure, is this the right thing? Is this the right thing? And he said, babe, if we're not meant to have this baby, God will make a way for us not to have this baby. And then boom, COVID,
The world
everything shut down.
So then, then fast forward to June, the clinic opened back up again in Texas, and this was June of last year. So they said we're back on track. They implanted in Amber. Everything looked great. We went, and boom, that we didn't hear a heartbeat. After 7 days of pregnant, didn't hear a heartbeat.
Yeah, I went in the first time and she said, I'm not seeing what I want to see. She said, I want to look at you again, but I'm not seeing what I would like to see. So I want you to prepare for miscarriage. So we were sad, we went home, we prayed a lot about it, went back the next week.
We prayed so hard. We were just
Yeah.
like, God, if this is meant to be, that, you spoke to me. You gave me this desire for another child. We declare that this is gonna happen. And so we went back.
in, and then they found him.
They found it,
He was
yes.
hiding, but he still was not growing on track. So it was just a roller coaster those few weeks, and heard the heartbeat, then we didn't, then we did, then we didn't, and then it ended up, I was actually alone that day. He was leaving on tour, and I went in and she said, I'm so sorry, there's no heartbeat. So I had to drive back. This was in August.
She met me at the farm
I had to drive
before we
back.
left.
He was leaving literally that hour.
Yeah.
And I just got out of the car and I just shook my head. And then he had to go on tour.
And just held her and
So
started the miscarriage, and then that lasted, a week.
it took a week for the miscarriage to happen, but it took 3 weeks for it to completely take place. So then I had to get my body ready again, because we had one more embryo that we were blessed with, and so I had to get my body ready. I had to do some procedures and testing and all this stuff. So we didn't implant again until December. So it was August, September, October, 4 months of getting your body ready again. And then, I forgot. The first time we implanted, I did all the shots, I did all the hormones. The second time, I prayed a lot about it, and I just said, I think I want to do this naturally.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the shots. So I didn't even know if that was possible, but I talked to the doctor and she said, yeah, we can do a natural transfer. So I didn't do it. I didn't have any shots the second round. Besides, I think the trigger shot at the very end, which, did I even do that?
No.
I don't think I did any shots. Anyway, we implanted in December, got pregnant again in December. And that's this little guy.
Yep.
So it's
So-
been such a long process.
Little Maverick Beckham. So because of London, our first baby was breech. Amber had to have a C-section, cesarean. So we have to do it after every baby. So we're gonna do that again. So that's the plan, unless these contractions continue.
Yeah.
The plan is we're going tomorrow in the morning and pull the little dude out, and God willing, no complications with her or the baby. And I'll probably, no promises, but I'll probably be able to post something tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll for sure.
Good
we're
or
gonna
bad, good or bad,
Wake up, take the kids to school, just casually drive into the hospital and have this baby. And with COVID and everything, I believe he's the only visitor. So I don't even think our moms can go. So it'll just be us, the
Yeah.
three of us, God willing.
And I plan on, if I think of it and I have time, I plan on filming for the Smiths, because not that I don't think I'll film any of the surgery, but because these videos, if I push myself to record, then I'm going to have a really good home video of the memory for me. So it's kind of a selfish reason that I would want to film. I wish that I could sit here and say, I want to film because I want to show y'all, you know, but I really just want to have that footage for the family and for Mav. But I plan on doing it. Once again, no promises, but I think by next Tuesday we could have a baby Smith's episode.
Yeah, I think so. We'll film, plus we'll be all alone in the hospital. I mean, there won't be much else to do, so
we'll be bored.
We'll film some of that for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a shame that the kids can't meet him
No.
tomorrow. They're going to have to meet him on Sunday, God willing.
Yeah.
So
maybe they'll let us bring them. I don't know. We're still waiting to see, but I really would love to get their faces as they come into the hospital and to see him for the first time. But they're so excited. They're so ready. They're counting down. They said all their teachers at school were like, what's the countdown? One day. So.
yeah, they're going to be literally in their classroom tomorrow.
Having lunch,
yeah, while Amber's delivering. So such a crazy thing to think of their little brother coming into this world and what the impact of that is for them. Not just us, but for them. You know, they're gonna be with him a lot longer than I am, probably.
and I don't think the full emotions of what is about to happen is hit me yet.
No, me neither.
It's just everything that we've gone through these past couple of years. I know tomorrow I'm gonna be a bawling mess of gratefulness and just gratitude and joy.
Just obedience to what we're called to do and what we're here to do and what we're supposed to do with these 3 children on earth and what their mission is and just being obedient to that.
Yeah.
And I'm just thankful for the Smiths. I'm thankful for this channel that now, because of this channel, because of you guys, because of really y'all's views, that because of the views I kept filming, and because I kept filming, now I have 2 years documented of our lives and our family and the goods and the bads and the ups and downs and the sads and the happies and the joys and the sorrows all put together in these 20-minute clips that Paul has edited and that we have them, set to music, and it's just a beautiful thing that if it wasn't for the Smiths, if it wasn't for this channel, I would have filmed, but it would have been like 10-second iPhone videos and pictures, and it's not the same. Now, 20 years from now, I'll be able to look back and just find a random episode of River or the birth of Maverick or the miscarriage or the snowstorm in the RV, or just like random things that I could just sit there and take a deep dive into the past, and that's what helps us be grateful for the future and the present. Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do, was to just show everything. We made the decision after everything happened with Riv just to keep going and to keep hopefully being a voice of hope, and showing that life isn't always rosy and peachy and life is hard sometimes, but God is good. And we just thank y'all for being along on the journey with us.
Yeah.
So
thank you guys. Yeah. And stay tuned. We're having a baby.
Tomorrow
morning, or maybe today. So we'll see you next Tuesday. Yee.
Bye.
All right, be watching our socials. We'll announce something really soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.